to push the button.
The button.
Yeah.
Push the button because we're back. Hope y'all had an amazing Christmas. Yeah.
Sure did.
I hope you. I had a good one.
It was all right. I mean, I wish the Dolphins would have won. You can't always get what you want. But,
pretty laid back.
Yeah, it's. I guess I got to push this button too.
Do it.
Whoa! Oh, baby.
Baby.
Yeah.
Football freaks, gridiron geeks, have no fear. The Horsemen are here in the flesh, baby.
Yeah.
What's going on, everybody?
That's right.
Hope y'all have a Merry Christmas. I, of course, a Pizzle 90, fan of the 7 Miami Dolphins. Not going to get any better. Hopefully it does. Joining me, as always, representing America's team 365 days a year, Tiny.
Hey. Hope you guys had a great Christmas. I did. And speaking of Christmas, I now have the opportunity to show you what I got for my best friend for Christmas. Y'all hang around right there. I'll be right back. Let me get it out.
Good.
Yes, this is so beautiful. You're gonna love this thing. Check this out, everybody.
Ooh.
Oh, that's nice.
CD.
That is nice.
CD.
There you
CD
go.
Lamb. There you go, man.
Nice.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Way cool.
In fact, y'all go on with the pleasantries. I think we're gonna pop this baby on.
Oh, very nice.
And then down here we got not one but 2 fans of the Steelers.
The Steelers, baby.
Yeah.
We got Steel Sermon in the house. That's right.
My brothers and sisters, what's going on, everybody? Hope all yous had a great Christmas. My Christmas was pretty lax, Not much you can get when you get to your mid-late 20s like I'm in right now. And when you moved in to a new place, you tend to spend less time. But just pretty much just got a bunch of new stuff for my place here. There's one of them in the back there. I got a new scale back there, if you can see it.
I can see it.
Like right there.
There you go.
I got a Franco Harris jersey on the way too.
Nice.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Franco.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then my other 2 gifts I actually just got today.
Oh,
there you go.
Yeah.
Check it.
Got some tattoos.
Check it out.
Italian flag right here.
nice.
And on the left one, Polish flag.
There you
Hell
go.
yeah, dude. That's awesome, man. That's
sick.
awesome, man.
Yeah, love it, man.
Dude, it's great to
And
have
of
tattoo on you.
course, LC Muscles.
What's going on, everybody? This is LC Muscles 20 here, back with a brand new live stream with the 4 Horsemen of Pick'ems here. My Christmas gift I'm wearing right now, it's a brand new watch with the, hold on, if it will work. There you go, with the golden, come on, work. There you go, the golden eye setting on my,
Oh, that's
the
awesome.
golden eye face on my watch. Brand new watch, very nice. It actually allows you to now talk to people on the watch, which is pretty awesome. I've not been able to have that before.
All
Pretty
right.
much, it's not an Apple Watch. It's called a Fitbit Sense, so it's still pretty badass and awesome, and it just feels better too. So
My
I'm very
gift
excited.
is right over here. I don't know if you guys can see it, that little silver thing. It's a new turntable.
Ooh,
awesome.
Turntable, so I can play all my new records.
that is
Nice.
That's right.
I'm a big vinyl guy, just so you know.
Nice.
Yeah.
very nice.
Yeah, I got a pretty nice collection.
That is
here.
awesome, man.
Yeah, more coming for sure.
That is awesome, man.
So, we got some playoff scenarios, Lucas. Do you have the playoff machine?
Yes, we do have the playoff machine.
Put
Let me
up
go
the
in and
machine,
pull that.
cha-ching.
Let's go ahead and pull that up.
Because I know, actually, hold on. I saw Dash, you put this up. The Colts, the Browns, and the Falcons. Well, let's just say their time is up.
It's gone. It's
Their
gone.
time is
See ya.
Sure as hell wouldn't want to be you.
Say y'all next season.
See you
There we
next
go.
season. And here we got the playoff machine. As it stands right now, we have the first seed Buffalo Bills, who are the AFC East champions at 12-3. We have the Kansas City Chiefs, who are also 12-3 at the number 2 seed. Cincinnati's at the 3rd seed. The Chiefs are the AFC West champions. The Bengals are the AFC North. I mean, they're not the AFC North champion, but they did clinch a playoff berth. They're 11-4. Then you have the Jacksonville Jaguars at the 4th seed at 7-8. You have the Baltimore Ravens, who also clinched a playoff berth at 10-5. The Chargers also clinched a playoff berth at 9-6, and you have the Miami Dolphins at 7th. And the teams behind are the New England Patriots, New York Jets, the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the Tennessee Titans. Las Vegas is technically still in, but they're
They
very,
need a
very
lot.
much a
They need a
long
lot of
shot.
help if they want to.
They have a
They
1% chance.
They
1%
do.
chance.
1%.
chance. Then we have the other teams, which are the Philadelphia Eagles, who are the first place team, and right now are in home field advantage. So if the scenario is if they win, they will not only clinch the NFC East, but they will clinch home field advantage throughout the playoffs. Then you have the Minnesota Vikings, who are the NFC North champions at 12-3. The 49ers, who are 11-4, who have the NFC West champion locked up. Then we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are just barely scratching by in the South. Then we have the Cowboys, who also clinched a playoff berth at 11-4. You have the Giants, who, if they win, they're in, have the 6th seed. Then we have Washington, who needs to win and have a lot of help because it's between them and the Green Bay Packers. The Detroit Lions are also still in, along with Seattle, but they also need help. New Orleans and Carolina are somehow still alive for the NFC South, surprisingly. But that's the playoff machine as of today.
You
A lot
know,
on the line.
it is just crazy that I see all 4 teams in the NFC East in that thing right there.
Yeah.
Oh, I
That is
agree.
crazy.
It's
You know-
absolutely insane.
You know, the NFC East, if all 4 of them teams make the playoffs, that is going to be what I predicted what was going to happen last year with the NFC West.
Oh.
Because I said last year, every team in the NFC West was going to make the playoffs. The Rams and 49ers only did.
Mhm.
But now you got the entire NFC East all in the playoff picture. 2 of them have clinched spots already. And the Giants, all they got to do is win, and they're in. Washington has a chance as well.
Crazy.
That I believe would be an NFL first.
I believe so.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Alex, bring up that comment that Romy said.
This one?
No, not that one. The other one.
This one?
Romy, you suck. I have a better chance than you do. Asshole.
Oh,
That's some fighting words, brother.
Yeah, they are fighting words. You Romy. No, that's not true. At
I
all.
start throwing all.
Oh.
All right,
Yeah,
so
got
that
those,
is
buddy,
the
over there.
machine.
That is the machine.
That is the machine.
Yeah.
And let's talk about your tournament for a second, Mr. Sermon.
Yes,
I
please
know
bring this up.
that
Yes.
there are all four of us are.
yeah.
In
Yeah,
it.
you literally just read my mind because I was gonna be like, if I may, I just want to come up with the scenarios for my tournament. So
Yeah.
for those of you guys who are in my tournament, there's 72 members in my tournament, 16 members in total, make the playoffs every year, 8 per conference, and we already have 6 people who have clinched playoff spots. In the Western Conference, Joe Hill, who has the best record so far at 161-79 for 348 points, has wrapped up a playoff spot.
Nice.
And then you got myself, the second seed in the West, at 156-84 for 390 points. I'm in the playoffs for the 8th consecutive season.
Hey.
And then we got, I see you in the chat here, Bills Mafia.
Oh,
The third
Bills
seed.
Mafia. Hell yeah, dude.
155-85 for 368 points. He will be playing in the playoffs. And then over in the Eastern Conference, we got Dylan Jr. at 159-80 for 337 points. He's in the playoffs. You got Josh from Sports Fury at 156-84 for 344 points. He's in the playoffs. And then we got none other than the man to my right.
Yes.
Mr. LC Muscles 28 at 155-85 for 322 points. He is in the playoffs.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
And we got some clinching scenarios for this week as well. In the Western Conference, starting off in the Pacific, I mentioned Bills Mafia. He has a chance to wrap up his division this week. He can do that with a winning week or a better week than my buddy Dan from the Steel Twins.
okay.
And speaking of Dan, he can actually clinch a playoff berth this week. He needs a winning week, and he also needs better weeks than 2 other people in his division. That's my friend Hunter and one of our famous typers and content creators in the Steeler fan base, Leedy. All 3 of those things happen.
Okay.
He's in the playoffs. In the Rocky Mountain Division, there's only one clinching scenario, and it involves me. I can wrap up the division. All I need to do is just have a winning week. So I'm determined. I went 13-3 last week. I'm determined to have a good week this week.
Let's go.
Then in the Central, Joe Hill can wrap up his division. He needs a winning week or a better week than Matt Oliver. And he can actually wrap up a playoff berth this week. He needs a winning week and a better week than another guy in the tournament named Joe. In the Eastern Conference, we got Dylan Jr. Simply put, he wraps up the division title with a winning week. In the Metro, Josh from Sports Fury, same scenario, wraps up the division title with a winning week. Then we got a rookie named Alex Turner. He can clinch a playoff berth this week. He needs a winning week, and he needs a better week than Mile High Sports. He does that his rookie year, he's going to the playoffs. And then finally in the Atlantic, we got the guy to my upper right, Tiny Tim. You got a chance at making the playoffs this week. You need a winning week, and you need a better week than my buddy AJ.
Uh-huh.
And those are your clinching scenarios for my tournament this week.
So I'm
There we
wondering
go.
where I fit in. When can I clinch the division? That's what I'm wondering.
Still in the wild card, right?
Unfortunately, it's impossible this week, but it's gonna come down to week 18.
All right,
I'm
that's
still
fair
in the
enough.
wild
Yeah.
card, right?
Yep.
You're still in the wild. Alexander the Great, still in the wild card as well.
Still in the wild card. Still got a chance. I think I just need to win out. That's all I need to do.
I just try to avoid 100 losses every year because I feel like I'm in good shape for the playoffs. I need to go 17-15 to avoid that. So, like, I can pretty much just BS these final 2 weeks and I'll be okay. But I'm just determined to have a good week. Just one more.
I am too.
And we will do just that. I guarantee it. So, week 16.
It was something.
It was.
Oh, yeah.
It was something. Let's talk about it. Sorry.
Oh, boom.
Starting last Thursday, the Jaguars beat the Jets 19-3.
Zach Wilson is done.
Yes,
Zach Oh my God! Did you hear the crowd?
Them fans were
the
booing him
shit out
mercilessly.
They booed him out a whole new asshole.
So wait a minute. All I gotta say is though, all the MILFs that used to wet their pants because of him in the Berlin season, they dried up and started to piss them off now.
Yeah.
So,
as urinating tree put it, Zach Wilson can't tell a difference between a Jaguar and a Cougar.
that's brilliant.
That is absolutely brilliant. Yeah, they put in their fourth string quarterback after Zach Wilson. The
Chris
fourth string guy.
Strevler.
Chris Strevler. Who?
I see him around. I see him around. He's been a journeyman. But wait a minute, I will say Zach Wilson's not the worst number 2 pick of all time.
No,
Ryan Leaf's way worse.
But he's pretty close.
Ryan Leaf is way. I'm sorry, Ryan Leaf is worse. 5 wins this year compared to 2 his first year.
Tim said it best.
Yeah.
19-3 was the fun of there. I don't really think that was much of a surprise to anybody whatsoever.
I was not surprised. I just did not expect Chris Strevler to come in.
We had an elimination. We had a couple eliminations this past week. One of which I think we all saw coming. The Ravens beat the Falcons 17-9.
Yeah, it wasn't very impressive. The Ravens are the definition of a one-and-done team in the playoffs. I do not see him getting them past anyone. Whoever gets them faces off against the playoffs is going to have an easy win. Lamar Jackson, even with Lamar Jackson coming back, their offense is extremely inept.
When is he supposed to come back? Is it this week?
Not sure.
Next.
And with how suspect the Ravens' defense is, with the way that they've blown games this year, all 5 of their losses have been from blown leads. Their offense has been doing the work. Their defense, very suspect.
Mm-hmm.
I would say the furthest Baltimore is going to get is probably the divisional, if they're lucky, the championship. But I don't see Baltimore going very far.
No, I don't see them going in that far at all either. Tyler Huntley, he looked all right, I guess.
He can fit Baltimore's offense just fine because it's just run the ball down your throat, and Huntley can do that. But just like 2019, there was a reason I said Tennessee was going to beat him in 2019. Everyone thought I was insane. Predictable offense.
He did. Mm-hmm. I do remember that.
Yeah.
17-9 was the final there. The Saints beat the Browns 17-10.
Game that I had the pleasure of watching.
Oh God!
Because I got to see the Brownies blow a 10-0 lead at home in freezing cold weather in Cleveland, and the Saints didn't really even do anything great. The Browns just kept messing up.
And
the Saints came back and beat them 17-10, and there's about $45 million down the drain right there for Deshaun Watson.
$45 million down the drain.
Only 4 more years to go.
I will say I have a bold prediction, actually, Steelman. I was actually going to bring up.
Yeah, but hang on. But hey, Browns, look at the bright side. At least you can. At least you got the draft to look for. Oh wait, that's right.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Oh my God. Hey, I will say this though. If the Browns lose this week, Deshaun Watson will not play the regular season finale.
He shouldn't. I honestly think the Browns should tank these final 2 games.
They need
This
to.
this is starting to remind me of the final few weeks of 2019 where they were playing to get Freddie Kitchens fired. I think they're going to do the same to Stefanski.
Damn. I mean, didn't he win like Coach of the Year a couple years ago?
Stefanski, yeah.
Yeah. And they haven't done anything since. Pretty much. Yeah. And they're out of the playoffs. They lost 17-10 was the final from Cleveland. I did not see a lick of this game. I had much better things to do on that Saturday. Panthers beat the Lions 37-23.
Oh, did not see that coming. No.
Did not see that coming.
I don't think anybody saw this coming because the Panthers.
Detroit's in crunch time, looking to go to over 500, possibly leap over Washington in the 7th seed, and they just get absolutely roundhouse kicked by the Panthers.
They looked pretty bad, not going to lie, dude.
Both of the Panthers running backs put up 125 yards each.
So, Michael, how did the Panthers go to getting completely shut up by the Steelers to putting up a great performance against the Lions? That makes absolutely no sense.
Anyone who paid attention to that game, it was 37-23, but that game wasn't that close. No, Carolina was up 31-7 at the beginning of the 4th quarter. That game wasn't close.
It was over before it even started.
Yeah. And that Foreman guy,
Deontay Foreman.
Yeah, that Foreman guy. Hot take here. I think he's going to be a top 10 running back soon. That guy is playing really well.
Okay, I could definitely see that as well for sure. Yeah, I don't think any of us called that last week.
No, all of us had Detroit last week.
A lot of us had Detroit. Yeah, a couple people took Carolina in the pick 'em.
I'm actually surprised.
37-23 was the final there. Next up, this one again, no surprise. The Chiefs beat the Seahawks 24-10.
Pretty self-explanatory.
Nothing to really see here. The Seahawks. I think we had to root for them this week, but still, it's just brutal. Absolutely brutal.
Yeah. We kind of do.
It's kind of painful to say that, even though we own the Seahawks in the Super Bowl, but still, hey, it's gonna be interesting to see how the Seahawks perform the last 2 weeks. Give Pete Carroll something to look forward to next year.
The Bengals beat the Patriots 22-18. Again, no real surprise here.
Actually, it was kind of surprising.
Except Cincinnati almost blew it.
22-0 lead.
They almost blew it?
They almost blew it. They were up 22-0.
Oh.
Yeah, they almost blew it. They let the Patriots come back in the second half, and they just got –
And then Stevenson fumbled it.
Of course.
Typical Patriots.
Hey, I'm glad to see the Patriots losing, though. It is, even though the Steelers are the Patriots this year, I'm glad at least they lost to somebody in the North.
That's right. How about those Vikings? 27-24. Greg the Leg Joseph. Give a hoot. Don't pollute.
FAU.
Damn right. 27-24.
Giants gave them that game. The Giants left so many points off the board in that game. Had so many misuses in that game. Minnesota took advantage of it every time. You're not going to go far in the playoffs with that.
Right?
No, they will not. Absolutely not. But hey, at least the Giants have a good turnaround for this year with Brian Daboll. But we'll talk more about them later.
Honestly, if they go far in the playoffs, if they make the playoffs too, he's definitely going to be a coach of the year candidate.
Absolutely.
Daboll for sure.
And someone else that I think you got to put in there, someone that a lot of people are really overlooking, Doug Peterson. He can take that Jags team who won 3 games last year, 4 collectively over the past 2 years, fixing up Trevor Lawrence, winning the AFC South. Yeah. I think Doug Peterson should be in that talks too.
I agree.
100% agree.
I agree 100% with that.
Hey, Romy, hold on. Romy has a question. LC, what's the plural of goose? And it's not gooses, it's geese, you dumbass.
All right, next game on the list. This was my lock of the week, and it actually was. It turned out to be just that. The Bills beat the Bears 35-13.
Nothing really be said to be here.
Yeah, nothing else to say.
That was my lock, and it's
except thank you, Buffalo, for keeping our draft pick at 33.
Yes, sir. I love that.
There we go. Awesome.
And if Houston somehow finds a way to win out, I don't think they will, and Chicago loses out, that could bump us to 32.
Ooh.
But I'll take I'll gladly take 33 though.
I think it's 33. I'm sorry, 34. We right now are 30.
Still pretty high in the second round, regardless.
But Houston wins out, Chicago loses out. We could get 32.
Speaking of Houston, how about those Texans?
Yes,
we called it.
Yes,
we called it.
Did.
We called it.
All of us did.
We called it. We called it. Houston with the upset, and they did it.
And they did exactly that.
A great upset pick, probably the best one of all year.
Yeah, I will agree with that. 19-14.
Tennessee's done.
They're done.
They have not even with the season, but with their short term too. They don't know what they're doing with Tannehill. They're stuck with Malik Willis. They can't afford to keep any of those guys. I mean, if they win the South, they're just kind of delaying the inevitable with losing in the playoffs. So it's just best for them to tank and rebuild like Jacksonville did.
Mm-hmm.
The Titans are screwed for the near future.
Yes, they are.
Absolutely.
Yes, they are. All they have is Derrick Henry.
That's all they have.
That's right.
That's right.
And he's looking pretty well. I don't know about washed, Zach. I mean, 49ers beat the Commies 37-20. No real surprise there. San Francisco is probably the best team in the NFL right now, if you're asking me.
Even though Carson Wentz did get play in the game again.
Why did they do that? Why did they put Carson Wentz in? They were playing so well with Heineke.
I have no clue.
You got me on that one.
Heineke hurt?
No. No, they just decided, Rivera just decided to put bench him for whatever reason. But yeah, 37-20 was the final there. Tim, how about them Cowboys? Wait, actually, hold up. Jimmy says it better than I do.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah!
That's right. Oh my goodness. That was the Cowboys showing their grit, their guts. I mean, when Dak threw that first interception, I thought, oh no.
Oh, here we
go. But no, they stepped it up. The defense stepped it up. They got 4 turnovers from the Chickens, and they dominated that game from there. Cowboys would be first in the division, if not for Green Bay and Jacksonville. That don't make any sense to me. But anyway, we took care of them Chickens, and I've got a strong feeling that the Cowboys can win out.
Ooh.
I think they do have a good.
It's possible.
Have a good chance.
It is a high possibility.
What's up, Aaliyah? And
hello, Aaliyah. How we
and
doing?
Then Romy brought this one question. Though, so he said, "He called me a pineapple fucker. How could I fuck a pineapple?"
What the hell?
Hold on. Why would you want to do that anyway, Romy? You dumbass.
Oh, you gotta love that, Romy.
He's so
love
stupid.
That, Romy.
Just saying. Look like we do that.
That guy's got a way with words.
Yeah, he does.
And then Saturday night, in a very fitting tribute to one Franco Harris, Steelers beat the Raiders 13-10. Your thoughts?
How about those Steelers, baby? George Pickens getting the game.
Pickens to Pickens.
Pickett to Pickens, the connection that's going to be in this town for a long while. And
How
man,
about that young kid, Kenny Pickett?
dude, he looks good, man. I'm telling you guys, Kenny Pickett is our future. He had one bad pass, otherwise.
He had
I'm
two
gonna
bad,
give him credit.
in my opinion, two bad passes. That one throw where he threaded the needle to Johnson. I'm like, oh man, that's a pick. But then Johnson came up with it. Like,
So
wow,
that was pretty impressive. That was very.
But then
impressive.
that interception he threw. I'm like, really, guys, you're gonna do this on Franco Harris night?
I know, but the good thing is, I think the Steelers realistically will be in good shape, and we got our game moved up, which is also very good news.
Oh,
that's right.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And
I think with that, you're under the 2-minute warning. You're down 10-6. I've been saying all year, does Kenny Pickett have it? This is his third come from behind victory this season, and he's just a rookie. Throws a bullet in the end zone to George Pickens to win it. And Cam Sutton, the game-sealing interception, number 3 on the night for Derek Carr.
Ooh.
And fittingly, Derek Carr threw the ball from the Vegas 32, and it was intercepted by Cam Sutton at the Pittsburgh 32.
Nice.
I'm actually legitimately surprised that happened.
Wow.
That was badass.
That's right.
It was.
Poetic justice, if I do say
And
so.
the final score was 13-10. Very similar to what happened in 72. The final score was 13-7.
That's right.
That's awesome.
And Derek Carr just got benched this week, too.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he
And we'll
did. I
talk
love
about
that.
that in just a little bit.
Yeah.
And then on Christmas Day, Packers beat the Dolphins 26-20.
Terrible second half for Tua.
Yeah, it was but it was hard fought. No, nonetheless, I watched every minute of that thing.
That was a really good game, but still, I could not believe. I even saw this comment. Someone's comment section goes, "Tua, turn the ball over."
Turning the ball over.
That's his new nickname.
That's exactly what he did. Don't feel sorry for me. We've been through this road before. I'm used to it at this point. I mean, all these winning you're in scenarios we've always been in the years past, I'm used to it. Don't feel sorry for me. Tua is out with another concussion. That's not 1, not 2, but 3 in a whole year.
Yeah, something's wrong.
I couldn't personally believe that, but
if I'm being honest, I don't think he should start the rest of the year, especially if we make the playoffs. I say no, thank you.
No.
I don't want him to start at all. And if we're also being honest, I think he should start planning for life after football, because that's a lot of concussions.
I agree.
Yes, it is.
That's a lot of concussions in 1 year.
And it just stands to reason. Like earlier in the year, when Tua fell down against the Bills, like I keep saying it, that's not a head injury. That's a neurological problem right there, the way he fell down. And as an epileptic myself, I can say right there, that is a neurological problem right there. And if I were Tua, I would completely understand if he chose to retire.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree too, man. I really think he needs to retire.
Yeah, that is very serious business right there.
Yep.
26-20 was the final from South Beach. And then the biggest blowout of the weekend as the Rams beat the Broncos 51-14.
That was incredible.
The game was so bad that Patrick Starr roasted Russell Wilson.
I love that.
Nobody wanted to cook.
Nobody wanted to cook.
Now there's a guy that needs to retire.
That's the guy who'll never retire. Yeah, he'll never retire, dude.
No, Patrick from Starfish. We're talking about Russell Wilson.
I said there's a guy that needs to retire. He should have retired.
Russell Wilson.
He should have retired on the spot after that.
Oh, he should have.
Yes,
Russell Wilson
yes,
not coming back from that.
No. I mean, that's
neither is Nathaniel Hackett, and that's why they fired his ass.
That's cool.
Nathaniel Hackett.
Yeah.
So I can't believe they fired him. I thought they were going to let him go at the end of the year, but I guess
the
not.
day after Christmas, though. That seems kind of shitty.
Yeah.
And now Denver wants to try and get Sean Payton to be the next head coach.
Good luck with
Sean
that.
Payton.
Wait, well, I don't think that's going to happen because I don't know if you guys heard that rumors that Sean Payton wants Vic Fangio to be his defensive coordinator, who was last year the head coach of the Denver Broncos. So Sean Payton is not probably going to Denver, if you're asking me.
Oh, dear God.
But
Patrick Starr's
51-14.
roast was amazing.
Big old 50 burger for
Phenomenal. A
Christmas.
50 burger.
And
Yeah,
then what was the other funny thing that happened in that game? Do you see that Crane during that Nickelodeon broadcast to pick Baker Mayfield up and he just literally put him right on the field? That was pretty funny.
Yeah, like the blimp.
The
Like a little
blimp.
blimp with a
The
crane
blimp
on
with
it.
the slime country. Oh, man. It was,
Yeah, 51-14 was the final there. Then Sunday night, the Bucks beat the Cardinals 19-16 in overtime.
Not much to say.
Tom Brady's Tom Brady.
Yeah.
A
but
game
J.J. Watt, though, man.
game
That's
that
right.
Brady should have thrown 4 picks in that game. He really should have.
I agree.
TJ Watt announced his retirement.
J.J., not
JJ.
T.J.
My apologies.
TJ?
Sorry. I'm sorry. Got confused. They're right next to each other. J.J. Watt is retiring
Yeah.
at the end of the season.
I can understand that, though. He wants
Hell
to
of
take
a
care
career.
of his new kid. Hell of a
Amazing
he's gonna
career.
If you're
First
asking
ballot.
me,
First ballot Hall of Famer.
yes.
Oh,
He's
for
going
sure.
to.
Yeah.
And if you're asking me, the greatest Houston Texan of all time.
Oh, yeah.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Yeah, 19-16 was the final in overtime from Arizona. And then Monday night, the Chargers beat the Colts 20-3. Did you guys see any of this game? Because I did. The first quarter was absolutely hilarious.
It was beyond bad.
There were 3 interceptions, 2 challenges, both of them by the Colts, and 7 possessions.
Jeff Saturday doesn't know how to actually call a good challenge.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so beyond bad. This game was the definition of snooze fest. But hey, the Chargers, what I tell you, is his first chance of getting the winning record. And now Justin Herbert has a winning record. And
they have a winning record, and they are going to the playoffs. And
now go Chargers, go!
the only thing that really concerned me a little bit during that game, they showed the pregame warm-up stretches of Brandon Staley, the head coach, and that was pretty weird. His stretching routine. I had to emphasize his stretching routine. That was weird. Why did you emphasize his stretching routine?
Yeah.
Strange as hell.
That's something a chick would do at a hot yoga studio. That's not something NFL head coach.
He's doing the downward dog yoga pose.
I don't get why.
20-3 was the final from Indianapolis. All right, biggest winners and losers of the week. God. Should we start with winners?
Yes, let's start with winners.
Okay.
Who's your biggest winner of week 16?
Well, my biggest winner are the Jacksonville Jaguars. A 19-3 win over the Jets. They're 7-8 on the year, and they are now first in the AFC South because another team lost, who I'll be getting to very shortly. The Jags, honestly, I would look out for them next year. They look like they're going to be a really good team next year. I think they need to fix up the O-line a little bit. I think they need to get Trevor Lawrence a few more solid receivers. And that defense Jacksonville's got, if you're not careful, they'll beat you defensively. The Jags, I really like their chances of winning the AFC South. They control their own fate right now. All they got to do is win out and hope that Tennessee, not even just beat Tennessee week 18. They just got to hope Tennessee just loses another game. So, yeah, great performance for the Jags. They're my biggest winner for week 16.
All right, my biggest winner. Even though he lost, he proved that he should be a starter in the NFL. Minshew Mania, brother. That's right. That's my biggest winner of the week. He proved without a shadow of a doubt he should be a starter in the NFL. If Tua isn't the guy. That's who I would love to see in Miami coaching the Dolphins. Just think about that for a second. Triple M, Money Mike McDaniel, coaching Minshew Mania. The NFL isn't ready for that kind of electricity, man.
Nope.
Not ready for that kind of electricity. My biggest winner, Gardner Minshew.
Tiny Tim.
My biggest winner, new Dallas Cowboys wide receiver T.Y. Hilton.
Ooh.
The Cowboys, it was a clutch performance. I mean, the Cowboys had 3rd and 30. I mean, Dak was sacked 2 in a row, lost a lot of yards. 3rd and 30. Dak just unloads a pass, and it is caught by the new Cowboy for a first down over, I think it was like 50-something yard pass, which kept the drive alive, kept the Cowboys in the game. My biggest winner of the week. Welcome to Dallas, T.Y. Hilton.
There we go.
My biggest winner of the week has to be Cam Hayward and the Pittsburgh Steelers for winning the game against the Raiders, one of the rivals, the Steelers, probably the biggest Steeler rival of all time. And the fact that we got to do it, remembering Franco Harris, it just solidifies it for me. And even though most seasons I can consider a disappointment or success. Anytime the Steelers beat the Raiders, the season is always a success.
And David says his biggest winner is Patrick Starr.
Well, hold on. Speaking of that, biggest loser of the week is Russell Wilson for me.
Yeah.
Because you get roasted by Patrick Starr from SpongeBob as the play's going on. As the play's going on, he throws an interception.
That's not what he wanted to cook.
That's not what he wanted to cook.
It's one of the greatest memeable moments in NFL history there.
I can't stop playing that.
So funny.
Oh, I know. It's just amazing.
So, yeah, Russell Wilson, for that reason alone, biggest loser of the week.
My biggest loser is actually
Titans. You go from 7-3, pretty much wrapping up the AFC South, and now you're 7-8. Don't control your own destiny because you can't beat a Texans team who's trying to lose to get the number 1 overall pick. Derrick Henry is just being wasted by the Titans, and he had solid games in the previous 2 games before that. He was like a non-factor against Houston. And now Ryan Tannehill is pretty much out for the rest of the year. And now they're stuck with Malik Willis. Mike Vrabel going from coach of the year to looking like a guy who should be on the hot seat right now. Now the Titans on a short week got to play a team who has a lot to play for. Tennessee could really realistically lose out and finish 7-10. I'm not kidding. They really could. So Tennessee, they're my biggest loser for week 16.
Okay.
Well,
wait. I even get to. Wait, can I get mine real quick?
I thought you might have, but what you got?
Oh, my bad. I didn't get my biggest loser. My biggest loser, probably for the entire year. This is not only my biggest loser of the week, but the entire year is Nathaniel Hackett.
Yep.
Ooh.
Nathaniel Hackett, the guy that should never been NFL head coach.
He joins the elite list of coaches that were fired in their first year.
Before the end of the first year.
Second time in 2 years that's happened with Urban Meyer being the first, and now Nathaniel Hackett.
It's the third time it's also happened in the 2000s, along with Bobby Petrino.
Well, actually, he quit. He actually quit. He didn't.
But still, you didn't finish your first full year. You couldn't even finish your first full year, and it's only the three times in the 2000s and the fifth time overall. Absolutely a great stat. But yeah, Nathaniel Hackett's my biggest loser.
Okay.
I don't know if anyone's topping him this year.
Well, my biggest loser does deserve some sympathy, and that would be Zach Wilson. I think maybe the USFL or maybe the XFL when it comes back, or maybe the CFL. I don't know. I mean, he's just not quite getting. I think he just needs some more time developing his skills. But he seems like a great guy. So I just I feel Zach. I feel bad for him too. I mean, he's a good guy. I think if he had a chance somewhere else, he may be able to play. But that's who my biggest loser is. But he gets a sympathy vote from me.
Sympathy vote from you. I can agree with that. Before we get into the picks, let's just say hey to the chat. How's everybody doing? Dashy, Zach, William, Zach, Johnny Barks is in the house. William, Romy, of course. David,
fat ass.
John,
my man Dashy.
My boys, how we doing? Hope your Christmas was going well.
Aaliyah.
And of course, Aaliyah, Josh.
Aaliyah.
That's right.
Aaliyah, fella paisano.
Appreciate each and every single one of y'all for tuning in. Now,
yeah, we love y'all.
And now we also have another one, Cal from Zoolander 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess it's time for some picks.
Yes, it is
time for week 17. Originally, this was the last week of the year, but the NFL decided to be greedy and add another year. So week 17 pick starts starting out.
Wait a minute, add another year?
Add another week.
There we go.
A week, a year, week. You get the picture.
Yep.
Starting out Thursday night, it is the Dallas Cowboys and the Tennessee Titans. This game is in Tennessee. Wow. I cannot believe I almost said that. Dallas, 12-point favorite.
11 now.
Oh, they bumped 11 it down to 11. Interesting. Referee for this game is
the referee for the Cowboys and the Titans. It is, let me pull it up. For some reason I took it off. Sean Hockley.
And the announcers, you know who they are. It's Al Michaels and Kirk Herbstreit on Amazon Prime.
It's the last Amazon Prime game of the year.
Last game of the year. Because next week they're all going to be on Sunday.
All Sunday.
That's right.
For that. I think we all know the rules. Save Mr. Tim for last. Who you guys got? Cowboys or Titans?
I'm going first, Alex, on this one because I just got to say it's flat out simple, especially with Derrick Henry possibly not even going to play in this game. The Titans have Malik Willis and the Cowboys looking to try and get themselves in the NFC East. Lock them in.
And this is my stone cold lock of the century. Or the week.
Boom.
I had a feeling you were going to do that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was thinking about Chiefs, Broncos country. Let's try. I think that'll be somewhat more competitive compared to this game. This game's going to be a blowout, and it won't even be close. Final score is going to be Cowboys. I'll be generous and go 48. Titans 13.
Oh, 40 burger.
Yeah.
40 burger.
This was a strong candidate for my lock as well, but I got another game more deserving of it, in my opinion. But this still is just going to be completely one-sided on all aspects. The Cowboys are looking to clinch the NFC East over Philly. They still have a slim chance at doing that, but the Cowboys will be playing in the playoffs in back-to-back seasons. Get this, for the first time since 2006 and 2007.
Oh,
it's been a while.
Damn.
I was surprised when I heard that. I thought it was a lot sooner. Than that. But Tennessee, as I said a couple minutes ago, they are free falling and they legit have a chance to lose out after starting 7-3.
Nuts.
I am gonna go with the Dallas Cowboys. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Gimme the Cowboys. Jimmy.
Oh, wait, hold up. Say it, Jimmy.
And this is my
How about them Cowboys?
There you go.
There it is. All right. So this game means more for. I think this game means more for the Titans than it does the Cowboys because they still have a chance at the South. They just lost first place this past week, but the Cowboys still have an outside shot at getting the top seed in the NFC. That Titans are now with Malik Willis at quarterback. Cowboys have had defensive issues, but I don't think it'll matter in this one. Cowboys are going to win this one big. Not my lock of the week. I'm saving that one for later, but I'm going to go with the Cowboys regardless. 33-20. Stay, Jimmy.
How about them Cowboys?
I know Jimmy was supposed to be set on mine earlier, but it's okay. We just have double up Jimmy there. And Tiny Tim.
Oh, wait, hold
How about them Cowboys?
There we go.
Here we go.
Now we're all caught up. Tiny Tim the Legend time.
Go, turn.
Alrighty then. As I said earlier, what a great performance by the Cowboys over those filthy Philadelphia Chickens. Now, Cowboys have a chance to win out. But if they want to get the number 1 seed, they would have to win out, and the Eagles would have to lose out, which I'm not sure about the Eagles losing out because of that gritty performance by Gardner Minshew. But anyway, they're going up against a Tennessee team which has been one of the most disappointing, if not the most disappointing team of the year. Started off strong, as we mentioned earlier, but now it seems like they've just fallen flat on their faces. And T.Y. Hilton, I can't say enough about that big 50-something yard throw on 3rd and 30. Are you kidding me? I mean, I think that's why we got him. And to paraphrase that guy in the movie Blazing Saddles, just to paraphrase him, OBJ, we don't need no stick in OBJ. And I'm sure there's a lot of you that would agree. A lot of Cowboys probably agree with that as well. Anyway, not really much to say about this game. It's pretty much going to be a one-sided affair. Mm-hmm. So give me in convincing fashion. Well, I'm going to be kind of generous to the Titans, but not too much. Give me the Cowboys convincingly 30-21. And Jimmy, let me hear it.
How about them Cowboys?
There we go.
Hey, Pizzle. Highlight that one comment underneath where I said my uncle is a Steeler fan, my aunt's a Cowboy fan.
Oh, no.
Patrick Starr, the official Nicktoon character, has made it into our chat.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, you know what? Since we're on that, let's just get this one out of the way. It's the Broncos and the Chiefs. This game is in Kansas City. The Chiefs are 13.5-point favorites.
Actually went down to 12.5 now.
Wow, it's down to 12.5.
So
referee
Trublake
is it's Trubb.
Trublake.
And the announcers are, if I can find it, you got Greg Gumbel and Adam Archuleta on the call.
All right, not too bad.
I'm just gonna get this one short and sweet. Lock it in.
And this is my stone cold lock of the century. Or the week.
Boom.
You know why? When you get roasted by Patrick Starr from SpongeBob, lock of the week for sure, especially the game afterwards. 35-10. Give me the Chiefs. Simple as that.
Yep. All right. Well, I'll make it 2 for 2. I'm going Kansas City, and I'm locking them up.
And this is my stone cold lock of the century. Or the week.
Yep. The Chiefs have won 14 in a row over these guys, and there is not a doubt in my mind that they will not make it 15 in a row. The Broncos, no matter who they have at quarterback, no matter who they have a head coach. It don't matter. Patrick Mahomes has the deed to that franchise. Kansas City, hands down.
Here we go.
Broncos country, let's cry. The Broncos are not going to last very long this game. This will be an easy game where Patrick Mahomes is actually benched in the second half because of how much of an ass whooping the Chiefs will give the Broncos. You'll see Chad Henne at some point in this game competing against Russell Wilson and Brett Ripien. And maybe you'll see another fight amongst the team as well on the Broncos on the sideline as well. Broncos country, let's take cyanide. Chiefs 55, Broncos 13, Broncos 10.
Super Bowl 24 score.
Yes, it is. That's why I mentioned it.
Awesome.
Well, not really much to say here, but right now I would like to offer a moment of silence for the Denver Broncos. Okay, moving on. This is going to be absolutely terrible for all you Bronco fans. You might want to find something else to watch while this game's going on because it's going to be a slaughter. This is not my lock of the week. I got that coming up later. But Kansas City in convincing fashion, 44-13 KC.
All right. Next game is the Arizona Cardinals and the Atlanta Falcons. This game is in Hotlanta. Falcons, what I see right here are, hold on just a second, 3.5.
Bam, you got it. First one right.
Got one.
All right.
All right. Referee is.
Referee for Falcons and for Cardinals is going to be, let me see here, Alex Kemp.
And Jason Benetti and Brady Quinn.
Brady Quinn.
Ew.
Former Notre Dame alumni.
Notre Dame Fighting
That's
Irish.
Yeah.
And Cleveland Browns.
Loved watching him in Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm.
Alex, I think you know what sound effect to play for this game.
This
is Tank Bowl of the week.
Oh, the Tank Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah. It literally is a tank bowl because it's a battle of two teams that honestly need to lose this game.
Yeah.
Because the Cardinals are 4-11. Kyler Murray, hopefully he gets better, but he's out with a torn ACL. He's going to miss a lot in next year as well. And they're starting Trace McSorley, I think.
Again?
Yep.
Yeah, I think. I don't know, but
I'm pretty sure he is.
Yeah, Arizona, they got nothing to play for. And then the Falcons, they're 5-10. They're eliminated. They're stuck with a rookie quarterback with Desmond Ridder. Yeah. And they just have they're another team that has a very dark future ahead of them with the short term. This is literally a battle of two teams that need to lose this game. If there's any game that I want to end in a tie, it's this one.
Oh.
Yeah, because everyone gets a free win in my tournament with ties.
Right.
True.
That's true.
So just because I have to pick someone, I'm going to go with the Falcons just because they're the home team. I really don't care.
When in doubt, go home team.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my philosophy. That's my philosophy. When in doubt, go with the home team. That's what I'm going to do. Not much to say about this snooze fest. Falcons over. No, it's actually the Atlanta Turkeys.
There it is.
Give me the Turkeys over the Canaries by a score of 21-17.
The Canaries.
The Canaries. I love it.
Beautiful.
That's amazing. We gotta call them the. I'm trying to think of what we could replace Arizona with.
I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll think of something.
The Arizona Canaries versus the Mylanta Turkeys. Good God, this game's gonna absolutely suck.
Make it 3 for 3. I'm going with the Falcons as well. Not really much to say here. Desmond Ridder gets his first career win this Sunday, I think.
That's right.
I think he will. Gets his first victory as a starter. Give me Atlanta as well. go 19-16.
My Atlanta Turkeys and the Arizona Canaries. Good God. Actually, how you make it the Timbuktu Canaries? I don't know why I thought of that, but hey, it works. Timbuktu Canaries and my Atlanta Turkeys. Good God, both of these teams are absolutely going to be terrible, and this game will be an absolute snooze fest. The one thing about this game is if you see a person with Atlanta Falcons tickets in their car, you're going to see a robber break into that car and leave at least 10 more tickets to this game. Because who the hell wants to see this game unless it's for the Chick-fil-A? Wait a minute, they're not open on Sundays.
No, they're not. I was at that stadium.
No.
I was at that stadium. They had a Chick-fil-A there. Like, what was this?
Oh,
So if you don't have Chick-fil-A and you don't have a good football game, what the hell are you going to this game for? What the hell are you going to this for? Are you going there to take an extended nap? Like, are you taking your parent, like taking your grandma, grandpa there so they could take a long nap during the game? I don't know what you can do here because maybe this will be a good way for them to put them to sleep. If you want to see them both fall asleep for a long time, they keep staying up all night. This will be the game for you to put anyone to sleep. Even the biggest insomniac will go to sleep watching this game.
Yeah.
Final score is going to be Atlanta Turkeys 13 and the Timbuktu Canaries 9.
9. All right. Next game on the list is the Cleveland Browns and the Washington Commanders. This game is in Washington. The Commanders are 2.5-point favorites.
Let me see. It's down to 2.
Oh, it went down just a tad bit.
Just a tad bit.
Who's the zebra guy?
The referee for Browns and Commanders is Bill Vinovich.
And the announcers are Adam Amin and Mark Schlereth. This one, honestly, is really tough to pick because both teams are. Ugh. So you know what? I'm gonna let fate decide.
Ooh.
Worked for me a couple weeks ago with the Browns.
It's not my coin flip. Something will be.
So, George Washington is heads. It's a brand new quarter from 2022.
Okay.
And I think that's a Boy Scout.
Let me see.
On the back.
I don't know what it is.
Will be the Browns. So here are the Commanders. Heads, Browns, tails, Commanders. 1, 2, 3. Baba Booey. Give me the Commanders.
Ooh, Washington.
Give me Washington. Yeah, I think Brian Robinson will have himself a pretty nice day. Cleveland's offense has done pretty much nothing with Deshaun Watson since he's been back. So, yeah, give me the Commanders 23-21.
Carson Wentz versus Deshaun Watson. It's a tad bit better than Desmond Riddler and Trace McSorley / Old McCoy, but not much better in the slightest. This game is going to be another snooze fest, even though I think Washington does have the better overall defense. If the Browns lose this game, they need to bench Deshaun Watson. There's no reason for him to play a regular season finale, especially if it doesn't mean anything. My thing is the Commanders, they're looking to get a playoff spot. Do I think Carson Wentz is the guy to get them the playoffs? No, I would rather trust Taylor Heineke, but it is what it is at the end of the day. Maybe Carson Wentz throws 2 interceptions and gets benched. Who knows?
Oh.
But I still think Washington will win this game, and I'm going to use Steelman's rule here. If you don't know who is going to win the game, go with the home team, and I'm picking the Commanders here. My final score is going to be Commanders. I'll just go this 21-18. Give me the Commanders.
Okay.
All right. This could be another snooze fest, maybe. but I really don't have much to say on this one. Carson Wentz, he may just pull it off to Deshaun Watson, maybe have a tough time. I'm just going to give a simple score here. Won't be much to write home about. I'm going to actually take the Commanders over the Browns by a score of 23-20.
Yeah, this is kind of a mid matchup here. Like I said earlier, the Browns, in my opinion, they really just ought to tank these final two games because I think they're just playing to get Stefanski fired like they did to Freddie Kitchens a couple years ago and just reset and get ready for 2023 with what they can do in the draft. You know? But Washington at the same time, they have a chance to clinch the playoffs. They need a win, and they need some other things to happen as well. So Washington has something to play for. But if Carson Wentz is really going to start in this game over Taylor Heineke, I'm just going to say it. Washington does not deserve to be in the playoffs if that's the case. So, that'll ruin the whole division makes the playoffs thing right there, which I personally want to see. But at the end of the day, I'm going to go Washington just because I think that they're playing for something, and the Browns, they just have nothing else to play for. So give me the Commanders to take this one.
All right. Next game on the list, just crazy to think about this. A decade ago, this was the Manning Bowl. Now, it's the Indianapolis Colts and the New York Giants. This game is in New York. Giants are 3-point favorites.
Giants are 3. Where are you getting that from? My site is Giants by 6.
Wow,
it updated a lot. It updated
Big
a lot
time.
since this morning.
6-point favorites.
Since this morning, it updated a lot. Okay. Referee for this game is?
Referee for Colts Giants is Craig Rolstad.
And the announcers are Kevin Harlan and Trent Green. Who you guys got and why for Colts and Giants?
Well,
now
with this
Giants,
one,
if they win, they get a playoff spot.
That's right. And I think that's all the motivation the Giants need. You know, I kind of flip-flop every week by saying – I've been saying the majority of the season, Brian Daboll needs to be coach of the year if he takes this Giants team to the playoffs. But, I flip-flop every year. Or every week. Brian Daboll should be it. Robert Saleh should be it. Doug Pearson should be it. I've even said Kyle Shanahan a couple of times.
Right.
But I think once and for all, if the Giants make the playoffs, Brian Daboll should be coach of the year.
Yes.
He has revitalized Saquon Barkley. Daniel Jones has improved. The Giants defense looks better. But that game they had against Minnesota where they had so many misuses and the Vikings took advantage of it, you can't do that in the playoffs. Fortunately, they're going up against a team that blew a 33-0 lead and is a bottom 10 team in the NFL in Indianapolis. I don't know what the Colts are going to do the rest of the season. I don't know who is going to be the head coach next year because, quite frankly, I think Jeff Saturday should be shown the door after that choke job to the Vikings. Giants win and they're in, and I think that is what's going to happen on New Year's. Give me Big Blue to get the job done over the Colts.
Agreed. I agree with that 100%. The Giants, like we said, need to win, and they're in. And this is their best chance against the Colts team that has looked like absolute trash for a long time. Colts got nothing out of Nick Foles at quarterback. I don't know if he's going to remain the starter, but shouldn't give them much hope at all. I think the Giants win it. This one's going to be an absolute blowout. I'm going to say 28-13. Give me the G-Men. Big Blue.
All right. The Colts, oh my gosh. I don't know. I mean, the Giants are playing a little bit better. As you say, win and you're in. And I think Steel Sermon put it best when he said that's all the motivation they need.
Yep.
And I say they do get the job done. Give me the Giants at home over those Colts by a score of 30-20.
And I will make it unanimous. The Indianapolis Colts right now are the definition of a dumpster fire that even Gary, Indiana can't even fix.
Damn.
God, this is
that's
going to be
cold.
painful. Pure pain in Indianapolis right now. The Colts are the definition of beyond terrible, and the Giants. Especially for my brother's sake, because my brother's a Giants fan. He wants to see the Giants go to the playoffs because he hasn't seen a Giants team this good in so long. And my God, oh my God, even Rocky Rock Crush finished line pairing called. Like, that was funny from Patrick Starr. That's brilliant. But yeah, anyways, I'm going to take Daniel Jones and the Giants to win this game. Sorry, Big Dick Nick. Your dick won't be needed here this week. It's going to be crushed after the Giants sack your ass at least 6 times. Final score is going to be Giants 34, Colts 17. I'll give them 2 garbage time touchdowns.
All right. Next game on the list is the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. This game is in Houston. The Jaguars, for what I'm seeing right here, are 4.5-point favorites.
You got it this time.
There we go. Referee for this game is
Referee for the Jaguars. Jaguars attack wins is Scott Novak.
And the announcers are Andrew Catalan and James Lofton. So this game pretty much means essentially nothing for the Jaguars. So they probably rest some of the guys who are dinged up. Texans have played well down the stretch, and they traditionally play well against the Jaguars. But by beating them, I believe they beat them earlier in the year, right?
They did.
Yeah, Texans
beat the
Jaguars.
Yeah, entering that Tennessee game, the Jags were the only team they beat.
Mm-hmm. Even so, I think Jacksonville will find a way to get the job done. I think it's going to be a close game, very, very close, probably by a field goal. Let's go 24-21. Give me Jacksonville and
Duval. I'll take the Jaguars as well. Realistically, the Jacksonville Jaguars, I think they definitely want to get that motivation to go to the AFC style champions. And I've been hearing that this game could be the Sunday night game next week. The Titans Jaguars be Sunday Night Football next week.
Really?
Because it could be the AFC, the winner go home game. It would be a winner go home.
Dang.
Though that is one of the matchups they're considering. Other than that, the only other one they're considering for Sunday night is Bengals and Ravens.
Oh, shit.
So it's one of those couple games, but realistically, please do not let it be Jaguars Titans on Sunday Night Football for the last game of the season. That would be absolutely terrible. That game would be trash. I would rather see Bengals Ravens. At least there's some offense available. Because Malik, I'll talk about the Titans a little. I talked about the Titans already, how much of a dumpster fire they are. Jacksonville's a good offensive team, and it wouldn't even be close. That's why I would say, and it's in Jacksonville too.
True.
Final score for this game, though, I think is going to be Jacksonville 30, Texans 21. Give me the Jaguars.
I will be in agreement as the Jags, like I said, my biggest winner of Week 16. They have been playing great football lately, and I think they will continue that role. I mean, Houston, they're 2-12-1. They pretty much have the number 1 seed or the first overall pick locked up, but their tank looks like they can afford another win, which they got against Tennessee. But the Jags, I think that they will be motivated in this one. They want to steal that AFC South away from Tennessee and celebrate the occasion next week by beating them. And I think that they just – my thing with the Jags if you can't beat a team that's 2-12-1, no matter how badly they own you, you don't deserve to be in the playoffs. That's the thing that separates me with Brian Dable and Doug Peterson. You know, as great as Doug Peterson is, he better be able to beat this Texans team.
Right.
So I'm going to go with the Jags to get their first win against Houston since, get this, the day where Jesse James dropped the ball against the Patriots all the way back in 2017. They ain't beaten Houston in 5 years. Wow. And that was a damn catch, by the way. But
yes, it was.
Yeah, I'll take that to the grave with me. Yes, but regardless, Jags get this one.
Yes, I will agree wholeheartedly with everybody. Houston is getting hot, but it's just a little too late for them. And Jacksonville's got they got some mojo working. I think I did not see anyone like Jacksonville winning the AFC South. I think I either mentioned it was Indianapolis. I think it was Indianapolis. I thought they said that. I said that they would take the division from Tennessee, but it ain't going to be neither one of them. It looks like it's going to be Jacksonville. Give me the Jaguars over the Texans by a score of 27-24.
All right. Next game on the list, it is the New Orleans Saints and the Philadelphia Eagles. This game is in Philadelphia. The Eagles are 5.5-point favorites.
Went up to 6.5.
Up to 6.5. All right. The referee for this game is?
Referee for Eagles and Saints is going to be Jerome Boger.
And the announcers are Joe Davis and Daryl Johnston, a.k.a.
Moose.
There it is. Who you guys got and why for the Saints and the Eagles?
I'll keep this. Oh, okay. I guess I'll go first.
Right.
I'll keep this one nice and short. The Saints don't stand a chance in this game. They're eliminated from playoff contention. The Eagles, they can wrap up the NFC East and home field throughout the NFC. All they got to do is win.
Yep.
That's all. And, Gardner Minshew, he's a great backup. Looks like he has all the intangibles to be, a really good piece for Philly. If you want my personal opinion, I think he should be given a second chance to be a starter elsewhere. But he is a really good backup for the Eagles. And he had a great game against Dallas. He's going to have a great game against New Orleans, a dead Saints team as well. Give me the filthy Philadelphia Chickens to get the job done over the Saints, and play that clip.
Oh, is this your?
No, this is. I already did my log.
Yeah.
The Eagles are so much better than the Eagles.
Yes.
I love that. I love
Senator
that so
Romy.
much. I love it.
Is Minshew starting again?
Yes, he is.
I think he is. It doesn't matter if they have Hurts. It don't matter if they have Minshew. Philly's winning this game.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter at all if the Philadelphia Eagles are starting Minshew, Nate Sudfeld, whoever the hell is bagging groceries at the ShopRite. Whoever quarterbacks the Philadelphia Eagles will be able to beat the New Orleans Saints. Let's be honest here. I want the Saints to lose because one of the YouTube guys I follow on YouTube, he's a big diehard Saints fan. He wants Dennis Allen fired, and I think Dennis Allen should be fired at the end of the year. He is completely mismanaging the offense, and we haven't seen Jameis Winston once since he got hurt. And Jameis Winston said it best, you can't lose your job to injury, and I felt bad for him because, dude, he's gotten blackballed this year by the Saints. Andy Dalton should not be anywhere near of a starting level caliber quarterback. But whoever starts a quarterback for the Philadelphia Chickens is going to win this game pretty easily. final score is I don't think I was going to say though, I don't think the Aints are eliminated yet. I think they're eliminated with the loss. I think they still had a chance of the NFC South along with the Panthers. They had to have won that game. They would have had to had the Panthers win against the Buccaneers, and then they would have to beat the Panthers next week in order to win the division.
No, I think the Saints are done because they got swept by Tampa.
They did.
So even if Tampa loses out and the Saints win out, the Bucs would have the tiebreaker over them.
That is a good point. I think. Wait, no, that would put the Buccaneers at 7-9. Wait, no, that would put the Buccaneers at 7-10. I think. No, the other because that would put them as Buccaneers at 7-10. Panthers would be at the. Well, let me see something because for some reason I thought they said it was still alive technically. Because the Saints and Panthers would technically be for the NFC South title then, even though because it would be the Panthers would have swept the Bucs, the Saints would have had, even though the Saints would have been it, is still. I think they only had like a 1% chance anyway, but still doesn't matter. Saints are still losing to the Philadelphia Chickens. My final score is going to be 41-9. Say it for me, Senator Romy.
The Eagles are so much better than the Eagles.
Yes. You know, I mean, it doesn't matter if it's going to be Gardner Minshew. It doesn't matter if it's going to be a third string. It doesn't matter if they get Michael Vick back.
Oh.
It don't matter if they get Randall Cunningham. Doesn't matter if it would be. I don't know if it would be even Ron friggin' Jaworski.
What?
Yeah. It ain't gonna matter because the Eagles got this single-handedly. Saints are just Saints are the Aints again. And not much to say there. Give me those chickens. What's that right there? Oh yeah. Final score: Chickens 35, Aints 20. Fly chickens fly. And play that clip again.
The Eagles are so much better than the Eagles.
Every single time.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. It's Minshew Mania, brother. What you gonna do when Minshew Mania runs wild on you? Saints are playing consecutive road games after beating the Browns. The defense played well in that one, but this is a better offense, if you're asking me. One of the best in the NFL, if not the best in the NFL. So look for the Eagles to back on track after losing to Dallas and ending the Saints' small playoff chances. Give me Eagles to beat the Saints 28-17. Fourth time's a charm.
The Eagles are so much better than the Eagles.
Yes.
Boom. Senator Romy.
Oh, boy. Next game on the list. My game.
Oh,
Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. This game is in Foxborough. The Patriots are favored by 3 points.
You are correct.
Referee for this game is
going to be Brad Allen.
Ian Eagle and Charles Davis are on the call.
I thought I'd be a little bit more enthusiastic about getting one of my spreads right on the spreads.
You all knew the rules. Save me for last.
How about Tiny Tim go first on this one? Tiny Tim, go first on this one.
Oh man, I don't know how to break this to you, bro. But I mean, with Tua out, and oh my gosh, I mean, I just feel for that guy because Tua was it third concussion protocol.
Third concussion.
I mean,
season.
I mean, he really has to think. He really has to think long term, not only for his career, but actually his well-being.
Yeah.
I'm very concerned with this young guy because this young guy has been really, really great. He has been stepping it up, and he's got some weapons to work with, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But without Tua, who do we got now?
We got Teddy Bridgewater starting.
The old favorite, Teddy Bridgewater, huh?
Yay.
Yay.
Can't wait.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of leaning toward the Patriots on this one, but not by much. I still have a feeling that Bridgewater could kind of make these Patriots work for this victory, but the Patriots get this one 28-24. But I'm kind of secretly hoping it goes the other way.
I am
Steel
too.
Sermon.
I hate to use this comparison here, but the Dolphins this year are starting to remind me of last year's Ravens. Exact same record, 8-3, and they could legit lose out to finish 8-9.
Yeah.
Just a very bad turn of events for the Dolphins. Tua with 3 concussions, and he's going to be out for this game. And while I do think Teddy Bridgewater is a serviceable backup, and he does have a good amount of talent to work with the Cheetah and the Penguin, yeah. But the fact is, I just don't know if they can feasibly get up there and beat the Pats, because I don't anticipate the Patriots to make the playoffs. But if Tua was healthy for this game, I'd pick Miami easily, because Tua's never lost to New England.
Never.
And I think the Patriots are just going to have these small delusions of, yeah, we can still make the playoffs. No, you're not. You're just going to beat an undermanned Dolphins team.
Mm-hmm.
I want to pick Miami, but I'm going to go New England to avoid the sweep.
I have to pick before Alexander the Great picks, and my God, I really don't know if I should use my coin flip on this game, but realistically, I can't.
Oh.
I have to save that for later. I'm saving my coin for later, but this game realistically is going to be a very tough game to pick. It could go realistically either way. Teddy Bridgewater, I would love to see him get a win against the Patriots, because I can't stand the Patriots. I don't want the Patriots to have a winning record. I want them to have another losing season. It's bound to have. They're bound to have another losing season.
Yes.
I want to see them have another losing season. But
if not this week, next week.
If not this week,
because they play Buffalo in Buffalo. So yeah.
Oh God, yeah, no, they ain't winning next. They're not winning next week. So realistically, they will have a losing week by next week, losing season by next week. But still, screw it. Alex, sound the alarm.
Ooh.
I'm doing it because it's bold. I'm going bold with my upset pick of the week this week. This is my bold pick, but I'm doing it anyway. Teddy Bridgewater shakes off those cobwebs, and then Teddy Bridgewater gets himself a big victory on the road against the New England Patriots. Teddy Bridgewater has all the tools he needs to beat the Patriots. And man, I really do think that Teddy Bridgewater is definitely being overlooked by a lot of people. I think he's really being overlooked by a lot of people. And realistically, it'll be interesting to say the least how he'll play, because Teddy Bridgewater has played the Patriots. How many times did he play the Patriots?
He hasn't. He's never.
He's never played them. That's right. He's never played the Patriots.
Right.
Never.
So the teams that he has gone in his first start against and beaten are the Colts, and I think they did play against the Colts once, and I think he did play. I'm not sure what other record he did, but he has some. Oh, and the Chargers. He beat the Chargers and the Washington Commanders.
Football
in
team.
his starts, along with the Cowboys and Jaguars in his starts. So he could do it. If he could beat some of those teams in his first start against them, he could beat the Patriots, especially on the road. And the Dolphins have played pretty well against the Patriots on the road. I think the history of the Dolphins Patriots on the road. Let me see here. Dolphins have won
How many have we won at Foxborough? Probably not many.
Well, in
Not many.
Foxborough over the recent years, though, at New England, the Dolphins have won in the past. They've won the past
last year,
last two in a row, actually, and their last loss was actually in 2015. In 2019. I'm sorry.
2019.
Yep. 2018. I'm sorry. Yeah, it was 20. Yeah, 2018 was the last time they lost, which was September 30th, 2018 was the last time they lost. But the Patriots have also lost 5. Actually, no, it's gone. 6 of the last 8 against the Dolphins. Actually, no. Actually, if you want to add any further, they've actually lost 7 of the last 10 against the Dolphins.
Oh.
So realistically, history is on the side of the Miami Dolphins. So I will say, fins up! Dolphins get the upset win. My upset pick of the win. My final score, Dolphins in a low-scoring game. I will make it that same score as at week 1 of last year, 17-16.
You for real?
I am for real.
Bitch, are you for real?
I am 100% for real.
What?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
What?
What? I'll start doing what, pal? Stone Cold.
Damn.
All right. My turn. Let me give you guys a number. 87. Do you guys know what that number stands for?
Amount of receiving yards Tyreek Hill.
No, it's not Travis Kelce's number. No, it's not Rob Gronkowski's number.
Tyreek Hill's last
I think that was Zach Thomas's number.
No, that was 54.
Oh.
87 teams have gone 0-4 in December, and none of them have made the playoffs. We didn't win a single game this past month. And what we didn't win a single game this past month. What how does it get better from here? I mean, Tua's already out for the rest of the year. We got to rely on Teddy Bridgewater, who has never faced Bill Belichick. And quarterbacks facing Bill Belichick for the first time are really not that good. We haven't won a game on the road since week number 9 when we were in Chicago. I know, I was there. And I don't think that streak is going to end this week. So the winner of this game will pretty much control its playoff fate, making it this an enormous game for both. Dolphins have lost 4 straight. We didn't win a single game in the past month, while the Patriots have lost 2 tough ones in the past 2 weeks. Both offenses have had issues lately. Miami will most certainly be without Tua. Teddy Bridgewater's getting the start, and I think that will matter right here. Give me the Patriots to beat the Dolphins as much as it pains me. 24-20. Give me Pats. Sucks.
Wow. I'm all alone. I'm a lone wolf this week. I'll take it, though.
Okay. Next game on the list, we got the Bears and the Lions. This game is in Detroit. The Lions are 6-point favorites.
You're right again.
All right.
Go.
There we go.
Referee for this game is
referee for the Bears and the Lions, or as I like to call them, the Cubs and the Lionesses, are Adrian Hill. Adrian Hill's referee.
And the announcers are Kenny Albert and Jonathan Vilma.
Yeah.
Who you guys got and why for?
Oh, wait, he pressed the button. He pressed the button. Oh, no. Wait a minute. The stream's still going to go through, is it?
Push the
There
button.
You pressed the button.
I pushed the button.
There we go.
Who you guys got and why for the Bears and Lions?
I actually got Detroit pretty handily here. I think Detroit has the better team overall, and I think that Detroit right now, they want to get that last playoff berth. I am hoping they can get that last playoff berth past Washington, and I think that they will be the team to play the line. And the Bears, they'll beat the Cubs pretty convincingly, and I want the Cubs to continue to lose because it would make the Steelers lock that number 34 overall pick even that much sweeter. Give me the Lions to win this game. Final score, Lions 34-20. Give me the Lions.
The Bears, I've just had no faith in them for the last few years. Even with, what was his name? Mr. Trubisky. Never have trusted him. Justin Fields, he's been good sometimes, but as I've said a couple of weeks ago, or I don't know what it was recently, I said that the Lions are probably the most dangerous team in the NFC right now. They can show grit, they can show determination, and I think they will have a secure hold on that playoff spot they've got there. I'm taking the Lions by a score of 27-16, and I'm not only taking the Lions, I'm locking them.
Ooh.
And this is my stone cold lock of the century. Or the week.
Ooh,
There you go. I like it.
Ooh.
that's nice. All right. Well, the Lions are coming off of a bad loss, really bad loss to the Panthers, while the Bears, they need that top draft. They need that draft pick. Let's just say that. Detroit needs to win out to have a chance to make the postseason. Awful game last week against the Panthers, but being back at home against the Bears team that honestly is really not that good. This is where they get back on track. Give me the Lions to win behind a strong offensive showing. Give me the Lions 31-23.
Mm-hmm. Well, ends have all seen everyone's seen the Wizard of Oz. You know, lions and tigers and bears. Oh my!
Oh my!
You know, the Bears though, they're looking more like the teddy bears. As Justin Fields is playing really well, but if only Chicago had a defense, they could be somewhat decent. But then you look at that Lions team up there in Detroit, they still have a chance for the playoffs, but that loss to Carolina hurt them a little bit. They can't afford to lose another game. Campbell, I think, is going to have these guys fighting hard, and I think they're just going to absolutely feast on Chicago's defense. I see Jared Goff and Amon-Ra St. Brown having big games. Justin Fields will do what he can to keep the Bears afloat, but I just think they're going to be overmatched by the Lions, and I think Detroit completes the sweep of the Bears. Give me the Lions to get back to 500 at 8-8. Give me Detroit.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next game on the list. This is the last 1 o'clock slate of games. It is the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This game is in Tampa Bay. The Bucs are 3-point favorites.
Right. 3 in a row.
Let's go. Referee for this game is...
Referee for Panthers and Bucs is Brad Rogers.
And the announcers are Kevin Burkhardt and Greg Olson. You get the 18.
Very nice.
I'll go first in this one if you guys don't mind.
Go right ahead.
So this is likely going to be for the division championship, division title. If the Bucs win, they win. The Panthers win, and then win next week, they win. Carolina is playing better football right now than the Bucs, but this is a tough spot against Tom Brady on the road. Even so, I think the Panthers will use that run game last week. That got them over 300 yards against the Lions. I think they're going to do the exact same thing. With how bad the NFC South has been, this is probably the cherry on top of that trash Sunday. So, with all that being said, sound the alarm.
Wow.
Give me the Panthers to beat the Buccaneers 20-17.
You know what? Like I said, Carolina, they got the job done handily over Detroit, a team that's fighting to make the playoffs. And now they play the Buccaneers, who got incredibly lucky against the Arizona Cardinals. Like I said, beginning of the stream, Brady should have thrown 4 picks against that Cardinal team. And now they're playing Carolina, who beat them earlier this year with PJ Walker at quarterback. And the Bucs, like, the way you can summarize that game, that first game against them, it was the very first play of the game. Tom Brady airs one to Mike Evans, who's has as easy as a touchdown that you can ever get. Mike Evans drops it. And it just didn't get better there for Tampa Bay. So the Bucs, all they got to do is win, and they clinch the NFC South. However, do not sleep on the Panthers. Foreman will gas you left and right, sideways, up and down, however you say it. That guy runs hard. Like I said, I see him being a top 10 running back in the near future. And I think Carolina, they need to go soul searching for a quarterback because they just look like a better team without Matt Rule. So I think if either Sam Darnold somehow, some way improves, or they can find a half-decent quarterback, Carolina can honestly be a pretty good team. They really could. They got a nice defense there. Tampa Bay, they're very up and down this year, and that's why that they lead that division. But honestly, if you ask me who the best team in that division is, or should I say the least worst team in that division is, I honestly think it's the Panthers. Yeah. Because they have the least amount of things wrong with them. They got a great run game. They got a good defense that can be consistent. They have a good set of young receivers that can make plays.
They got a solid head coach.
Yeah, Tampa Bay's just been a mess all year, and their head coach is killing them.
Mm-hmm.
So the Bucs are favored in this game, but I'm actually on board with Pizzle. I'm going to take the Carolina Panthers to go down to Tampa Bay and set up a win-and-in situation for both teams, or whatever a win-and-in situation for Carolina, because they would sweep Tampa Bay. And get this, the Panthers, out of every team in the NFC South, has the best record in the NFC South this year. I think Carolina completes the sweep. So I would say that this is my upset, but I got another one in store for that. Ooh. I'm going with the Carolina Panthers to beat the Bucs.
Wow. Has everyone made their pick, or
no? These two, I don't think you guys have.
Tiny Tim, you want to go first? Because I'm still trying to process all this right here. I'm like Tiny Tim from last week, like this.
He is shook.
It's doing my Fred Sanford impression here. Anyway, actually, I see this game being closer than what a lot of people are going to say. I mean, Carolina did pull off that upset. Tom Brady, of course, is Tom Brady. I actually see this to be a close match. In fact, this is my point spread game of the week. I'm going to take Tampa Bay with a win, but I'm going to take Carolina with the points. Give me Tampa Bay over Carolina 28-26.
I'm actually crazy to think about that Tom Brady. You guys are actually picking them to lose. Like, it's just something. Like right now, Tom Brady does have a record of 7-4 against the Panthers, and I'm surprised that you guys are all picking the Panthers. I am, except I just think that the Panthers right now. I don't know how you can. I think that game against the Detroit Lions is definitely an outlier. I just do not see how the Panthers are going to win this game again. I don't know how the Panthers are going to win again. I think that the Buccaneers right now, as much as they suck, I would rather trust Tom Brady than Sam. I look like a Lego police officer Darnold to win me a football game. I'm sorry. I just cannot trust Sam Darnold to win big games. And if it's a big game that you want, I would rather have Tom Brady, who's the GOAT, compared to Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold hasn't done enough for me to prove that he can actually win big pressure games. And that's why he was shipped out of New York, and now he's in Carolina. So I'm actually going to go with the Buccaneers here. I don't think this will be my point spread game of the week yet. I'm going to say that for another game. I actually might say that for the next game, but still, give me the Buccaneers to get the win. Final score: Bucks 30, Panthers 27. Give me the Buccaneers.
All right. Next game we got. Now we're at the 4:00 slate of games. We get to the San Francisco 49ers and the Las Vegas Raiders. The former Battle of the Bay when they were the Oakland Raiders.
The Battle of the Bay. That's right.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be A-Bomb versus Raider Ben.
A-Bomb versus Raider Ben. They will both be at the game, and it'll be a fun experience for both of them. I'm waiting for their hate weeks. I'm just excited for that.
That's going to be awesome.
And
referee for this game is?
Referee for the Battle of the Bay will be Clay Martin.
And you have Kevin Kugler and Mark Dirty Butt Fumble Sanchez on the call.
Oh, God. Thank God they're not listening to them.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Who you guys got and why for the...
Well, I'll go first for this one.
49ers and Raiders.
Vegas. They got a nice record of 6-9 because they choked to us on Franco Harris night by a final of 13-10. Derek Carr is benched for this game.
Jared Stidham.
Yeah, Jared Stidham.
Who has never started a game.
Which means the Raiders have pretty much just mailed it in. And meanwhile, they're going up against a scalding hot 49er team who I say every single week, you do not want to play these guys in the playoffs, especially with the way they play on defense. I mean, sure, the defense got a couple of scares against Washington here and there, but they still got the job done handily over them. And if Vegas can blow so many leads this year, they won't have to worry about that because, they won't have to worry about that this week because they're not even going to lead in this game, in my opinion. This is my point spread of the week. I got the Niners making it 9 in a row easily. 49ers win big. And what was the spread for the 49ers again?
Believe it was 5.5.
5.5.
Really?
I got them taking that all day.
I think.
Yeah.
Alex, there's no way it's 5.5. Yeah. There's absolutely no way.
It should.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. Sorry, it jumped up to 10.
10.
Yeah, you're right. It was 10.
Jumped up to 10. My bad.
10.
Well, now with the news that Derek Carr's out,
10. That's still more than enough for them. 49ers, I got them taking the 10 easily in my point spread, 37-6, San Francisco.
Steelman, I'm going to join you. This is also my point spread game of the week. The Raiders, I'm sorry, Raider Ben, the team stands no chance against the Niners. A-Bomb will be the one being happy as fuck while Raider Ben is crying in his beer for this game. Final score.
Crying in his beer.
49-13.
Oh, 49ers scored 49.
49ers scored 49. How convenient.
Convenient.
7 touchdowns. You have Brock Purdy getting 2 touchdowns through the air. McCaffrey getting 2 touchdowns on the ground. You have a trick play where Brandon Ayuk throws to George Kittle. You have the defense scoring at least 2 touchdowns. This game is an easy blowout.
Who's that guy they got on their defense? Funga.
Toy Funga?
Toy Funga, yeah. It's like the second coming of Palomalu, they're saying.
Yeah, he is. He is the second coming of Palomalu right there.
He looks really good.
Let me pull him up.
He's going to be an absolute beast for them for years to come.
Oh, he absolutely is. Absolutely. Hold on, let me go and find him. He is. God damn, I gotta find his name. Oh, here you go. His name is Wait, no, that's not him. It's 20. God damn it. Talanoa Hufanga. Talanoa Hufanga.
Yeah, there we go. That's him.
And he's.
I have I have no idea how you spell it, but you get a lot of points in Scrabble.
Yeah, you would.
Oh, you absolutely would.
True.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm taking the 49ers here, pretty too. I'd say the Niners are probably the second most dangerous team in the NFC, right behind the Lions, a team that we kind of shrugged off early in the season, but they've started to warm up a little bit. I'm taking the 49ers by a score of 35-24.
Well, like I said, it's going to be Jarrett Stidham getting the start at quarterback for the Raiders against that 49ers defense. Whew, that is not going to be pretty. Speaking of Purdy, well, Brock Purdy is going to get the job done. And I think that combined with their outstanding defense, the 49ers will definitely find a way to get this victory. Give me the Niners to beat the Raiders 27-15. 27-15. Give me the 49ers.
There you go. Love it.
Ooh.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah.
Next game on the list is let's see if I can pull it up here, New York Jets and the Seattle Seahawks. This game is in Seattle. Jets are the favorites at 2.
1.5.
Went down just a tad bit to 1.5. Referee for this game is
Jets and Seahawks is Ron Torbert.
And you have Chris Myers and Robert Smith on the call.
Interesting.
So this is a long, tough trip for the Jets, basically from one coast to another, and then they have not been playing well as of late. Mike White season is back against defense that has been struggling. Geno Smith hasn't played well in recent weeks, and the Jets defense are pretty good. So with White back, I think the Jets will find a way to get the close victory. I'm going to go with the Jets to beat the Seahawks 24-20. Give me the Jets.
I have got a similar score to that. Almost close. If everything you said, I agree with. I've got the Jets beating the Seahawks. Oh, wait a minute. What nickname should I come up with? The Seattle Buzzards.
Yeah, Buzzards. That's
the Buzzards
right.
Follow the Buzzards.
Give me the Jets over the Buzzards by a score of 24-21.
I forgot. We forgot to say this for the Niners game. We forgot to say this. We forgot to call Brock Purdy his new nickname, Brock Hard Cock.
Big cock.
Brock.
Big cock Brock.
Big cock Brock.
We forgot to call him Big Cock Brock. He beat Seattle, but Seattle though, maybe after getting beat by Big Cock Brock, maybe realize that they actually need to get a win if they want to stay in the playoff picture. The Steelers are somehow still alive, and they would need the Jets to lose. And we need to rely on the Buzzards this week. Good God, this is going to be a rough game to watch. Realistically, I think that the Jets defense will do enough to stop Mike motherfucking White, but it's to stop Geno Smith and let Mike motherfucking White dominate. But I'm feeling a little generous, though. I think the Seahawks are going to get the job done. I think that the Seahawks will get the job done. I think they will keep the slim playoff hopes alive. But I think the Jets, though, it's going to be interesting to see Mike motherfucking White do something. But I think this game is actually going to be a shootout. My final score is actually going to be 41-38. Give me the Seahawks. The Buzzards.
Oh.
Yeah, this one, a little bit of a doozy as well. On one hand, the Seahawks have really overachieved this year, and Geno Smith was low-key playing like an MVP for a lot of this year. But now the Seahawks have hit a bump in the road, and they are in danger of missing the playoffs. Seattle is just kind of like Jekyll and Hyde. You never know which team you're going to get.
Mm-hmm.
The Jets this year played very well, and now they've hit a bump in the road too. So these two teams it's a matchup of two teams that are kind of going through similar phases right now, and they both have the same record on top of that.
Yeah.
Right.
So this one took me a bit to think about, but my X factor for this one, the Jets defense.
Yep.
The Jets have had a great defensive year this year, and I don't know if Geno Smith is quite ready to stand up to a defense like that. It is a long plane ride from New Jersey to Seattle, so that would give Seattle a little bit of an advantage. But the other biggest X factor, Mike White. I think he just gives the Jets a better chance at winning, and it's shown multiple times this year.
Yeah.
So I am actually going to go with Geno Smith's old team in the New York Jets to get the job done over the Seahawks. For all intents and purposes, knock the Seahawks out of playoff contention. Jets improved 8-8, and that would set up a pivotal matchup in Week 18 between the Jets and the Dolphins.
Oh, yeah.
Give me the Jets to beat the Seahawks.
Oh, yeah. That would be huge. Next up, we probably got one of my favorite rivalries in the NFL.
I agree.
It is the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. This game is in Lambeau. The Packers, as of right now, are 3.5-point favorites.
You're back on track.
There we go. Referee for this game is
Carl Sheffers.
And the announcers, you got Jim Nance and Tony Romo. CBS
Oh,
18.
CBS
18. Yeah.
Yeah, you got the 18
All right.
this week. I like that.
Well, this is a huge game for Green Bay. If they win out, they can be a playoff team. The Vikings still have a chance of getting the top seed in the conference, but survival is more motivating than a seed, if we're being honest. Packers lost to the Vikings early in the year, but I think that Aaron Rodgers, that bad man, will have a field day against this Vikings defense. Give me the Packers. Get the job done over the Minnesota Vikings. 31-24. Go, Pack. Go.
Well, this was a matchup that I was going back and forth about for good reason. And I agree 100% with Pizzle. This is actually one of my favorite rivalries in the NFL. I always get a kick out of watching these two play. And in my opinion, I think it honestly one-ups Bears-Packers because it is the oldest rivalry in the NFL.
Right.
But the thing is, those two teams are like never good at the same time.
Right.
Isn't that what a rivalry is supposed to be? Two good teams playing each other.
Uh-huh.
But
Exactly.
the Vikings, usually when the Vikings and Packers play, those two teams are usually good when they play each other. And Minnesota is the only team that can really stand up to Green Bay in the North. They beat Green Bay earlier this year. They dominated them. And I think Green Bay has not swept Minnesota in the past 3 seasons. So there's that.
They've all split the series, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, they haven't swept them since like 2019. So yeah, the Vikings, they definitely hold their own against the Packers. I think this is a very underrated rivalry. And plus, Wisconsin and Minnesota, they're next door neighbors. So
Right.
But with this matchup, I think 2 things just make me give advantages to Green Bay. It's the fact that it's basically prime time. So we all know that Aaron Rodgers in prime time is very tough to beat. And that Kirk Cousins, and with Kirk Cousins, the darker it gets outside, the worse he plays. So that's an advantage for Green Bay.
True.
And it's going to be freezing cold in Lambeau. That's another advantage for the Packers. But the thing that makes me give Minnesota an edge here is the fact that the Vikings just have so much firepower to work with. And while Green Bay does have a good defense, I think they're just going to have their hands full with the Vikings offense here. Plus, Minnesota is looking to sweep Green Bay, and they're looking to keep pace with Philly for the number 1 seed in the NFC. So I was very back and forth on this one. I'm still undecided, so I'm going to let fate decide.
Oh.
That's right. This is my coin flip. I can't pick a winner for this game. So George Washington will be the Vikings, and tails will be the Packers. All right. Let's go.
1, 2, 3, Baba Booey.
Baba Booey.
Baba Booey.
And we have. I'm going to go with the Cheeseheads. I got tails. So I'm going to go with the Cheeseheads to win their 4th in a row and keep their playoff hopes alive. They are 15-0 in December under Matt LaFleur, so there's that. And I think that they can get one more win and avoid the sweep. Give me the Packers.
PG.
Yeah, this was I was going back and forth on this one because you got two great teams with pretty good quarterbacks. Although we know the history about Kirk Cousins and his games in prime time. When the lights get darker, he gets kind of darker as well. And of course, Aaron Rodgers, that bad man. He just keeps rolling along. This was very, very close for me to call. Yeah, this. I mean, I was just torn, but I just went with the home team. I think Green Bay is right where they need to be as far as getting a spot in the NFC playoffs. Very close game here, but I see the Packers just nipping the Vikings right at the end. Give me the Packers 28-26.
Guess I had to be the lone wolf again. Here's my thing with this game. What quality of opponents have the Packers been in the past 3 weeks? You've been the Bears, the Rams, and the Dolphins. Okay. Sure, like the Dolphins have not been playing very well with the fact that Tua Tagovailoa has been getting the concussions, and he should have been taken out of that game. But realistically, the quality of opponents, other than that Cowboys win this year, they've not had really many good wins this year to realistically consider themselves a good thing. Sure, you beat the Patriots, sure you beat the Tom Brady earlier in the season, but realistically, other than Chicago, like you only have 5 wins this year. That's pretty bad. And I really think that Minnesota, when they beat them earlier this year, it was a cataclysm for things to come. I think that the Packers will keep this game close, but in the end, I'm actually going to pick the Vikings. I'm going to pick the Vikings to win this game, and I think that they will get the job done at the end. This will be very close, but I'm going to pick the Minnesota Vikings. My final score is going to be Vikings. I'm going to say 30-27. Give me the Vikings. This time, though, instead of being a game-winning field goal, it's actually a game-winning touchdown from Kirk Cousins to Justin Jefferson.
Double J.
Moving on up for the touchdown.
That's right.
30-27. Give me the Vikings. And give me a second. My computer is close to dying. I got to go.
Next game on the list is a matchup I really wanted to see in the Super Bowl. Last year is actually my Super Bowl pick. It was a battle of Los Angeles, as it is the Rams and the Chargers. This game is in Los Angeles, obviously. The Chargers are 6.5-point favorites.
Oh, 1 second. Give me a second. Let me see it.
Just take it. Just take my word for it.
Take your word for it? I don't know if I can take your word for it. Oh, you're right.
See what I mean?
See what you mean? You got it. Good job. Congratulations. You got it.
All right.
Again.
Referee for this game is?
Referee for the... Give me a second here. I just need to plug this thing because this thing was about to die.
Okay.
Referee for the game is going to be... Cleet Blakeman.
And calling
Cleat.
Go Cleat. And calling the game is the Spiro Adidas. He's gonna
Wow.
go in for a touchdown.
What a
Yeah,
fall
they
from
feel it.
grace. You go from Sunday Night Football to Spiro Didi's calling your game.
Spiro
Wow.
Adidas.
What a fall from grace.
Phenomenal. Miraculous. Who you guys got and why for the Battle of Los Angeles?
I'm going to say this, though. I'm going to go first. I'm going to say this because I know you're going to save me for the next game. Rams and Chargers. Realistically, this game is kind of meaningless. The Chargers really cannot advance any further. I don't think they can really go up to the 5th seed, and I don't think they really want to. I think they're stuck where they're at realistically in the playoff picture, and I really don't think they really need to play for much. The Rams really are out of the playoff picture as well, so I don't think that they need to play for much here. But at the end of the day, it's Baker Mayfield versus Justin Herbert, and Justin Herbert, I think, did win their only matchup between the two of them. So I'm going to say that trend continues here. Let me actually look this up.
Oh.
Versus Chargers.
Interesting.
Let me see. So he did so Baker Mayfield actually played him twice and he hasn't won against them. So he's 0-2 against the Chargers. Make that 0-3. Give me the Chargers to win this game. Final score, Chargers 31-24. Say it for me, Arnie.
Oh, that's right.
Now go Chargers, go.
There you go.
Governor.
Yeah. So the Chargers have locked up a playoff spot while the Rams are just getting ready for next year. They're another team that doesn't have good luck with the draft as well. Because pretty much they were like F them picks.
F the picks.
That's right.
F them.
But Baker Mayfield, he had a great game against the Broncos, but it's Denver. I'm not impressed.
It's Denver.
Yeah,
Exactly.
for real. As a matter of fact, both these teams are coming off wins against horse-based teams. Come to think of it, because the Chargers beat the Colts. But the Chargers, I don't think they should have any problem in this game. It's just that Justin Herbert is playing well. Austin Eckler, I think, is a phenomenal running back for him so far. And the Rams are just not going to have any answer for him. So I'm going to go with the Chargers to terminate the Rams. Play it for me, Arnold.
And now go Chargers, go.
That's my best Schwarzenegger impression.
You want to tell me that?
Get down.
Yeah, well, we've mentioned this before, and we're going to mention this again. This is the worst defending Super Bowl champion team that I've seen in recent memory. I mean, the Rams are just not going anywhere this year. Chargers securing a playoff spot. That's good for them. Not really much to say here. I'm taking the Chargers by a score of 26-17. And now let me hear the Terminator.
And now go Chargers, go.
There you go. You want to know one of the nicknames I got recently when I was in high school and college was actually Young Arnie.
Young Arnie.
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
That was actually one of my nicknames.
Still overrated.
Yeah.
Damn
Yeah.
right. So, the Rams coming off an impressive victory over the Denver Broncos, but this is a big step up in terms of competition. Chargers have already clinched the playoff spot, so their motivation is seeding now. Even so, I think they need to show much more on offense to prepare for the postseason, and I think they do so here against the Rams. Give me the Chargers to beat the Rams 31-21. Put that cookie down now.
And now go Chargers, go.
Yeah, that's my Arnold impression.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Now, Sunday night. It's probably the best rivalry. My favorite's Packers Vikings, but this one is probably my favorite to watch.
I always like this one.
yeah.
It is the Steelers and the Ravens. This game is in Baltimore. The Ravens, from what I'm seeing right here, are, hold on just a second, 2.5
Ba-boom. Right again.
point favorites.
All right.
Referee for this game is,
Land Clark.
and you got, of course, you got the NBC team, Mike Tirico and Chris Collinsworth. Tim, you want to go first on this one?
Yeah, you guys go.
Yes,
first.
we know the rules.
I'll go second last on this one since I went last week.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, like I've said before, this is probably one of my favorite rivalries in the NFL. Whenever these two teams get together, it's
a barn burner. It is a slobber knocker, as JR would say.
Yeah, it's a pure sixer, and it is always ugly. We just don't like it. So it seems like we have a new combination now. We got Kenny Pickett and we got George Slim Pickens. And they seem to be pretty good here. Of course, we got the Ravens. What to do about Lamar Jackson? Are they going to hold him? They're going to let him go? Defense, I think a little bit above average. Not the big defense that they had like 20-something years ago, but it's pretty good here. Might call me crazy, but I see a couple of at least 2 touchdown throws from Kenny Pickett to Pickens, Pickett to Pickens, Pickett to Pickens. Trying to say that 3 times fast, you know. Well, just forget that tongue twister. Don't worry about the tongue twister. Just sound the alarm, okay?
Oh, wait a second. I had a feeling that was coming.
I know I've made a couple of guys very happy about that. Give me the Steelers over those Baltimore. What nickname comes good? No, we got Seattle. How about the Baltimore Crows?
The Crows.
Okay.
I like the Crows.
They're gonna eat some crow.
Yeah, probably. Give me the Steelers in my upset special over those Crows, 27-23.
Is there confirmation that Lamar is back?
No, they said it's gonna be a game time decision.
Still a game time decision. Okay, so Steelers are still alive, just barely, while the Ravens are pushing for that division title. Baltimore isn't doing a lot on offense, but the defense, it's playing pretty well, if you're asking me. The Steelers beat the Raiders on a last-second touchdown to keep their playoff hopes alive. Pickett to Pickens, we saw that.
Yes,
This will
we
be
did.
a low-scoring defensive game, but I think at the end of the day, I'm going to go with the team that has one of, if not the greatest kicker of all time. That is Justin Tucker. A last-second field goal, 20-17. Give me the Ravens. Quote the Raven, nevermore. Sorry about it. Had to do it. All right.
All right, now
Who's
I go
next?
down here.
I'll see.
Hey,
I said,
it's time for
wait,
me.
I said
yeah,
I was
still
going
Sermon.
second.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's still
Mr.
Sermon.
Sermon.
Yeah.
All right. So, a lot of people that are not subscribed to my channel. How do I feel about the Baltimore Ravens? I hate them. I can't stand them. If the Philadelphia Flyers never existed, the Ravens would be my most hated team in sports. Plain and simple. I can't stand them.
Mhm.
But the Ravens, so with them, predictable offense, as I said earlier, it's not going to get them very far in the playoffs. They punched their ticket to the playoffs with a win against Atlanta. Their defense is very up and down as well. So there's that with the Ravens. But the thing with them, they have not allowed their opponents to score more than 14 points in 4 of their last 5 games. So the defense has played a little bit better. The only exception was when they lost to Jacksonville. So the Ravens are starting to play good on defense. Then you got us on offense. Our offense averages 17 points a game. Obviously not good. But you got a young guy out of the University of Pitt named Kenny Pickett who's starting to develop a winning pedigree, just like what Big Ben did. We're down a couple points in the fourth quarter. Oh, yeah, we got Big Ben. We're going to win. Now I'm starting to get that sense with Kenny Pickett. 3 come from behind wins this year for Kenny Pickett, and there's not a doubt in my mind that he is the franchise quarterback of this team. He's 24 years old. He's going to be 25 next year. So he is a young player, but he's old enough to be a leader of the team. George Pickens obviously has stepped up. Deontay Johnson's starting to make some catches. Yeah. Thank you very much. That's why we're paying you 8. That's why we're paying you 18. Najee Harris. I just want to see him develop. He's been a disappointment this year. He's had a couple of sparks this year, but a couple of sparks ain't going to do much for it, which is why I think Jalen Warren needs to stay at RB1. And then you got our defense. I mean, our pass defense is capable of causing turnovers. We had 3 picks on Derek Carr on Saturday. It's going to come down to the rush defense here. It's going to come down to stuff like T.J. Watt stopping a run. It's going to come down to Miles Jack getting in a stop. It's going to come down to Ogunjobi, as I call him, Larry Obi-Wan Kenobi, because the Force is with him.
Yeah. Force is strong in that Jedi.
That's right. He's been a great run stopper for us this year. Keep doing what we're doing. We got to extend that guy. Another guy we got to extend is Alex Highsmith, a guy that has been criminally under the radar for us. All he's done is turn in 11 sacks this year. It's going to have to come down to Cam Hayward, who won Defensive Player of the Week. Great night for him Saturday night. 7 tackles for him. So I think the Ravens, with them trying to chase Cincinnati for the AFC North, they have their playoff spot, but the Steelers are in desperation mode. I don't anticipate us making the playoffs, just let me get that clear, but I do anticipate us to be competitive. So the Ravens beat us earlier when they injured Kenny Pickett, and I think if Kenny Pickett would have played in that game, I think we could have beaten the Ravens because the final was 16-14. But now Kenny Pickett's going to play. The Ravens are favored for this one. So we sounded the alarm once. Let's sound it again. At the end of the night, we've won 4 out of the last 5 against the Ravens in Baltimore. And like I said, our offense is averaging 17 points a game. The Ravens have not allowed opponents to score 14 or more in 4 of the last 5. I think all we need to do is score 2 touchdowns against these guys and we can beat them. Because the Ravens offense has been very underwhelming as well. And this is kind of giving me 2013 vibes. Remember, deep in 2013, we had a pivotal Sunday night football game at home against the Bengals when the Bengals pretty much clinched their playoff spot, and we beat the Bengals in that game. Now we play the Ravens on Sunday night when the Ravens have a playoff spot locked up, and I think that we can get the job done over them. There have also been times where the Ravens have beaten us when they weren't great, like when they swept us in 2015. And then the year the Ravens won the Super Bowl in 2012, Charlie Batch beat them in Baltimore.
Charlie Batch.
That's right.
Charlie Batch.
So yeah, call me a delusional Yinzer. I don't care. Give me the Steelers to get the job done over the Baltimore Browns. Give me the Steelers.
Steelers gone to the Super Bowl.
Gone to the Super Bowl.
Steelers gone to Super Bowl.
Steelers gone to Super Bowl.
Hey, I got a little nutcracker friend here because the skull guy couldn't make it over here. Hey, he's going to join me for this pick. But let's be honest here. I see a lot of people in the comment section. I know there's Steve Harvey, a couple other people in the chat wanted me to say hi to them. So, hi, Steve Harvey. But anyways, Steelers and Ravens. Let's get into this. So, do you think that the Steelers will win by more than 10 points? Right, could. They could. They could win. Do you think the Ravens have a shot with Lamar Jackson? No. He's telling me no, and I agree. It's not going to happen. Do you think they agree with Huntley? No. I don't think they'll win either because do you think the Ravens will win if they play dirty? Yes. So if the Ravens want to do something dirty like they did last time against the Steelers when they literally had thrown Kenny Pickett to the ground and absolutely did not get flagged or nothing for it, thanks to Roquan Smith, I think that the Steelers will definitely get the win here. We've won 4 out of the past 5 in Baltimore, and the Steelers have made Baltimore a pretty good second home since we haven't been doing well as Cincinnati other than this year. And realistically, at the end of the day, I think the Steelers are just a much better team compared to Baltimore. Baltimore's offense is completely stagnant. Your top receiver is Demarcus Robinson, who only has 4 touchdowns this entire year. This team is the Ravens are the definition of mid, and they're going to be the definition of one and done in the playoffs. Give me the Steelers to win this game. I think they'll win by at least 10 points here. I'm going to go 27-17. Give me the Steelers. Steelers got a Super Bowl.
So it's got a Super Bowl.
Nice.
It's a golden nutcracker, Christina. Deal with it.
And then finally on Monday night, it is the Buffalo Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals. This game is in Cincinnati. The Bills are 1-point favorite.
You're right. And Alice, you had a pretty good week this week with the point spread.
With the spread. I like that. Referee for this game is
going to be Sean Smith.
And the announcers, you know who it is. It's Joe Buck and Troy Aikman. I think we can all agree that this is
Yes, it is.
Exactly.
Of the week.
110%.
Yes.
2 teams that are two of the teams are in the best in the NFL. So if you like offensive fireworks, then this is the game for you. Both teams rank in the top 10 in points per game, offensive yards per game, and passing yards per game. On the other hand, maybe this game might turn into a defensive struggle. And that's because both of these teams rank in the top 10 of fewest points allowed and fewest rushing yards surrendered per game. So, Bills are playing consecutive road games, but they get an extra day of rest, which helps. Both teams can score on offense. It's going to be an offensive shootout. But I'm going to go with Josh Allen to get the better of Joe Burrow. Give me the Bills to beat the Bengals 34-31.
No, it's the Bills! Buffalo all the way this time!
There you go.
Because nobody circles the wagon.
Wagons
Like the Buffalo Bills.
Oh, boy.
So, with this one, this was a close second for being my coin flip of the week.
Yeah.
So, with me, the Bengals, well, I can't say I like the role they're on because I'm a Steeler fan, but as an NFL fan, the Bengals have been playing great football over the past month and a half. They've won 7 in a row, and this is looking like the most dangerous team in the AFC, in my opinion. Underrated Super Bowl matchup that I think a lot of people are overlooking. A rematch of 16 and 23.
Yeah.
49ers and the Bengals.
Mm-hmm.
We could get 49ers Bengals part 3, just like how the Steelers and Cowboys played each other in the Super Bowl 3 times.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want that. Do you?
Ooh.
Oh, God, no.
He doesn't want it either.
Ooh.
No, I don't want that. And if they do, I hope San Francisco obliterates them. But anyway,
Yeah.
The thing with me, the Bengals are just playing great, and their offense just clicks on all cylinders. So I think that's going to be a little too much for Buffalo to handle. However, the biggest thing for me is that the Bills are just a little bit more healthier than the Bengals in this game. And I don't know what the deal is with Joe Mixon, but this P. Ryan guy the Bengals have, they're high with him.
Right.
The Bills can easily counter that with Devin Singletary. Devin Singletary was a big contributor in that win against the Chicago Bears. And the Bengals' offensive line, I still don't trust it. I will say, Burrow is a little bit turnover prone, but so is Josh Allen. I love Josh Allen. He's probably my favorite quarterback in the league right now, but he is very turnover prone. So I think it's going to come down to who has the better defense here. And if you ask me, I think Buffalo just has the better defense. And plus, the Bills have one more thing that the Bengals have, but just Buffalo does a little bit better. The Bills are capable of a comeback. They have came back so many times this year, and I think if the Bengals have a lead late in the game, they need to play strong defense, and they can't allow Buffalo any time at all for a comeback. And Zach Taylor, being a very questionable coach that he is prone to having very questionable decisions. Like back in week 1, Jamar Chase has an obvious touchdown against us. It was before the 2-minute warning, and for whatever reason, he doesn't challenge it. Literally, the Bengals were a red flag away from being 12-3. Let that sink in. So in this one, again, it took me a long time to think about. Typically in instances like this, I go home team, but I'm going to go with the Buffalo Bills. I think they just want it more. They want to get that number 1 seed in the AFC. And something else I should say about the Bengals, if they win this game, they have the tiebreaker over both Buffalo and Kansas City, which means if the Bengals win, they go from 3rd to 1st in the AFC.
Oh, we don't want that happening, do we?
Nope.
No.
But at the end of the night, I just think the Bills want it more. And this game is so good, I'm going to give a score prediction, even though I give that for my spreads.
Right.
Buffalo wins this one. I'm going to say 35-33. Give me the Bills.
Right.
Play that clip.
No, it's the Bills! Buffalo all the way this time!
Wow. I agree with everything that Steel Sermon just said, which I think is the reason why I'm taking the Bengals. I've said that the Bengals are the most dangerous team in the AFC. And I know you I know Sermon and Muscles there will not like this, but I'm actually picking the Bengals over the Bills. Late field goal. It's going to be a slugfest. It's going to be a slobber knocker. Give me the Bengals 31-28.
He can't believe what you just said.
Wait, hold on. You know what he's thinking to himself?
Yeah.
You for real?
Yeah.
Right.
Also,
Bitch, are you for real?
and
Bitch, please.
There you go.
And you know what Tim's saying to that?
We do not care.
There you go.
There we go.
Love that. Actually, I've not done this all week. Alex, I don't know who the hell didn't pick this game, so I'm going to let fate decide. I got my trusty coin here. I have to pick it for this game because I don't know who the hell to pick. Both of these teams have a great shot at winning. I'm going to trust the coin. I'm going to let fate decide, just like I did last week. It actually paid off last week, so it's going to pay off again. The head here of Eagle is actually going to go to the Cincinnati Bengals because they're the home team. And the back Cinco de Mayo will be the Buffalo Bills. So here we go. Ending this week on a coin flip. Yeah.
Wow.
Here we go. 3, 2,
1. Baba Booey.
Hold on, wait, shit. Hold on. Fuck. I dropped it one more time.
Baba Booey.
There we go. Much better. I actually got the tails. I'm taking Buffalo.
There we go.
I'm taking Buffalo. I'm taking Buffalo. I think Buffalo will win this game. It'll be very close to 30-28. Give me Buffalo. Nobody circles the wagon like the Buffalo Bills and play it for me and my friend here.
No, it's the Bills! Buffalo all the way this time!
Oh, yeah, Christian, by the way. Hey, Christian, by the way, fuck you.
Damn.
Yes.
Oh.
Bitch, please.
You know what? To end, I think we should play Tim's favorite song. You know, bring in the Happy New Year by playing one of Tim's favorites. Hell no, to the no, no, no. Hell to the no, hell to the no, to the no, no, no. Listen.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
See, Cougar,
every single time.
Love it.
all
Love
the
it.
joke.
Is it every single time? Well, that's it for week 17.
And that's it for 2022.
And that's
Yeah,
it for
all right.
the freaking year.
That's insane.
That's right.
Damn, it feels like it just started.
Oh, I know.
It
Feels like it just started. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Everybody in the chat, thank you so much for interacting. I will be streaming the Patriots-Dolphins game, doing my live play-by-play and reactions for that. I might do Sunday night as well. Sunday and Monday as well. So be on the lookout for that. Of course, you can check out Tiny Tim and the Fantasy Football Fever show on Tuesday nights.
That's right. If you got the fever for the flavor, check out the Fantasy Football Fever show on my channel, youtube.com/TJM3774. Tuesday nights, 10:15 Eastern, 9:15 p.m. Central. We have our league championship coming up this week.
Oh,
And I know all y'all are having league championships in the next couple of weeks. So
I am.
make the right roster moves. If you are fantasy players, make the right roster moves, and best of luck to you. And I want to wish everyone a happy new year. Let's make it a great 2023. Much love.
Hell yeah.
That's right.
Steel Sermon, you always got content coming out on your channel, brother.
That's right. Expect my preview for the Ravens and the Steelers to be out tomorrow. Got done recording it, and it just got done uploading on Premiere. So all I got to do is upload it on YouTube.
Nice.
Probably going to have another Pirates venting hour because we just signed a freaking 43-year-old pitcher to our team to help out with this rebuild.
43?
Yeah, I think that deserves
Wait, hold.
Bitch, are you for real?
Unfortunately, I am for real.
Who's this?
Rich Hill.
Rich Hill.
Yeah. The guy's almost old enough to be my dad.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So, just probably stay tuned for that because I got some things to say with this joke of a GM and this joke of an owner that we have. But Sunday night, check me out on Steel Twins' stream. I will be with them on Sunday night. That may be my last stream of the season, actually, because I'm still up in the air if I'm gonna go to the Browns Steelers game for Week 18. So that's what, yeah, but that's what I got in store. I mean, it's 52 degrees over here right now. You know, it's insane. Like it was in the negatives last week. Now it's in the 50s. Like, make up your mind, Ohio.
Exactly. Ohio is drunk.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I got coming up on my channel.
And then LC Muscles 28. Is there a hate week this week?
Yes, there will be. I am going to be playing it out. It probably will be Friday. So
Ravens Red Zone?
Yes, the guy talk about Ravens Red Zone, man.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Happy New Year. We will see you in 2023.
Yeah. See you next year.
That's right.
See you next
Tiny
year.
Tim, LC Muscles, Steel Sermon. I'm A Pizzle saying peace out. It's out. Baby.
Let's
See
go,
y'all
baby.
later.
See you later, guys. Let's